Yeah. Give us your best day, Ray, you know. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, so we have, not hired a new, historic planner yet, so you got me. And Sally, thank goodness. So we've had a request to move the, Shenango Bridge mural to first, if that's all right.
No objections.
Okay, so you take it away.
So, my name is John Darrow. I am the president and chairman of the board of the City of Binghamton's Commission on Architecture, Urban Design, and Historic Preservation. Calling the October 7th, 2025 meeting to order. I am going to ask for a roll call starting on my left.
Juliette Burling, planning director, acting historic planner.
Thank you.
John Weisberg, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Ryan Haas, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Mary Ellen Morrow, Commissioner.
Thank you. Do we have minutes to go before we start? Okay,
But we do have them prepared, and we'll just review them next, at the next meeting.
okay, that'd be fine. So we are going to start with the Shenango Street Bridge application for a mural, and we have a representative whose name is.
Ben Stradler.
Ben, we're glad you're here. Make your
Thank you.
case.
So this is the mural that we discussed, I believe.
That's where
Oh,
everybody's
well,
hiding, wandering around aimlessly.
Please state your name for the record, not that we don't know who you are.
David Whalen, Commissioner.
Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
So this is the mural that I first came down to talk about. I believe that was in August. We made some slight adjustments with the artists to the design. You'll notice on the left, we now have the Phoebe Snow that ran through Binghamton, as well as the Marconi Tower. Here, let me give you one, Dave. Oh, thank you. Other than that, the mural is the same as what I presented back in August. It incorporates terrain from the Erie Railroad, trees and landscapes that are Broome County and Binghamton focused. The square deal arch that is in right by the border of Johnson City and Binghamton. And this is going to be going right at 45 Lewis Street, right by Station 45.
Questions, comments, concerns, aesthetics, anybody? Looks great.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I thought it looked nice. I'm gonna make one.
Looks great, but I do have questions, just so I know, just because you're educating me. The Phoebe Snow, is that number 3, the train on the bottom? Or
No, that's in number 1 here, the one all the way on the
and
left.
what was the Phoebe Snow?
That was a train that ran through, I believe, up until the 60s, 60s, 70s, through Binghamton.
And it did its final excursion from here before it was retired.
Yeah.
Beautiful poster in my dining room.
Passenger or?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And then I notice over the arch, is it 3 moons?
I'm not
They're
sure if
actual
we-
lights.
Oh, those are the
here
lights on top of the
arch.
arch, gotcha.
So my only.
Yeah. There isn't a middle one though, there's one on each end, isn't there?
I think that one has a middle one.
It does?
Yeah, there's a middle one, yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing home with a square deal
on there,
in there.
on the
because
arch.
I couldn't identify it as the arch, and I had to ask you what it was. And I think that if we said square deal or home with a square deal, people would recognize it. And I get a pretty good grasp of what's going on in Binghamton, so when I'm not recognizing, yeah. That's my comment. Anyhow, I would entertain a motion for the application to pass as presented. Second. Thank you. Okay, I made a motion for the application to pass as presented. We have a second, all in favor? Right. And it's nice to all please put my comment.
Okay. Well, thank you
Yeah,
very
home
much.
with a square deal, yeah, it's like that, beautiful. This,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Now. Are we going back on track?
Yes,
Joel-
we are.
Well, Joel's here. I don't see anyone from the addiction. Should we skip to Joel or?
It's fine with me. Do you
Joel,
need
would you
me
like to come up and make your case?
to
We're,
vote?
for the record, we're going to skip 15 Charles Street temporarily as there's no representative from the Addiction Crisis Center. Moving on to 5 Chestnut Street, Mr. Joel Boyd making presentation. Welcome, sir.
Hi.
You do. Thank you. Yes, yes, just get disclosure.
Yeah, I just disclosed, I worked with Joel for about 10 years or so. And I have no problem voting on this.
And I guess I should make a disclosure that I guess in some regards I work with him also, and he's been extraordinarily generous to the antique show and allowing us to use the carts for transportation. And I don't believe that constitutes a conflict of interest. Okay, please, sir.
Right. I'm Joel Boyd, I'm property owner at 5 Chestnut Street, my wife Linda. We own the 1899 Crofton Blair House. We purchased that in 1993. My wife and I were very much into the preservation ethic. Looked for a house of a manageable size and reasonable condition. And it was a house that anything we could do would improve it. We have tried to maintain the house to its original materials and craftsmanship. Front porch, the rounded section in particular was a very attractive feature. You see some pictures of that. Initially, when we bought the house in '93, the porch was sagging. I hired a contractor, Ted Cipher, to work on raising it up, restoring the porch, repairing columns, replacing the ceiling on that as well. That was around 1994. Around 2010, I started work on rehabbing the front porch due to deck rot, failing paint, repaired the deck across the front, Easton Douglas fir tongue and groove decking, glued and repaired the columns, repaired capitals and bases, removed railings, repaired rotted spindles, replaced lower curved railing with cypress, replaced skirting in the rounded section with new vase shaped slats and curve trim, banding and moldings. Sanding, scraping, painting, that was a project that took me about 2 to 3 years. I've repainted this house a number of times. First did the 3 peaks of the house with Tom Haynes around 2000, stripped and repainted. In 2021, I scraped and repainted the south and east peaks, the front dormer as well. I did cedar clapboard on the entire south side of the house. 2023, I finished a project on the back of the house, replacing rotted or failed clapboard with cedar clapboard, scraped and repainted the cornice across the back of the house. That was part of a longer term project that I did with my neighbor John Latronica, who was a very skilled carpenter. Raised up the back porch and replaced the skirting. In the process of doing the work last year, I broke some flagstones in the walkway, trying to get a 45-foot lift in the backyard. And so I contracted Mark Arrow of Arrow Masonry to repair the walkway. I knew there were some problems with the rounded section of the porch and with some rotting. It's a southern exposure, and it's the thing, if you get all the elements, you get wintertime, snow in the morning, then by noon it's melted and wet, and then by the evening it freezes. So it's constant freeze thaw. And I knew there were some problems with that again, and with the deck and the column and the base of the column and so forth. And I've been trying to get a guy to help me with the project for a couple of years, and he, in any case, Mark was available, and so I thought, hey, let's have a. Mark is a very skilled woodworker, done excellent work. Got into it, and you can see that's not Mark. That's Scott, the guy who works with him. But Mark is the guy with the hat on the left. In any case, got into the deck of it, and they took off the column initially because that needed to get fixed. It was cracked, it was rotted near the base. The base of the column was rotting, and they took it off, and all these carpenter ants poured out of it. And so I had ants in the whole rounded section. So they sistered up the decking there with some 2x10s, and since have replaced the you can see the column, but yeah, that shows some of the rot that was going on. Have since replaced and I think I've got some later photos with that were in there and showing the deck on. Yeah, it started in that one, but it's Douglas fir decking, same thing as their 5/4 decking. That's been waterproof. Yeah, there you go. And so put that on, and I had done all that banded trim underneath there. Originally, it was 3 layers of wood, it was curved, it was bent, glued, nailed, et cetera. Ants got into that, tunneled through all that. Since replaced that, Mark put in some plastic, it's PVC. I think when it's painted, you will not be able to tell the difference. It bent around the curve perfectly. And, well, yeah, if you go back, Juliet, right there, you can get a view of it. But, you know, ants won't eat that. I'm making more of a religion now to get bird pest control there twice a year or once a year at least to do the front and back porches of this house. So, I'm currently working on repairing the column. I've gone past a couple of photos of that. I'll send some pictures of that, I think. I have to scarf in, yeah, there's one of the column bases, that's made out of mahogany. The block base to the left is made out of sapele, which is a African hardwood that is very rot resistant. I mean, I'm using materials that are good or better than what was there. And the column, you went past that, I think that was earlier. Yeah, right there, yeah. But that was about a week ago, but I've since started working on fixing the staves and that were rotted at the bottom, as you can see. And so I'm replacing them with sapele. And we'll shape that to fit and so forth. But that's what I'm doing. And then also spindles. Here's brought in a visual. I got this is one of the original spindles, and there's a gentleman locally who had a copy lathe and was able to make duplicates of this out of poplar. And so I will wind up replacing those, but as you can see, it's pretty good facsimile to what was there to begin with.
You've been
I
working,
care a lot about the house and
you've been working some with Dylan beforehand, right?
what's that?
You've been reviewing some of this with
Yeah,
Dylan.
yes, I have, yes, and Sean McGee before that.
Right.
And Warren Kimball going back and every historic preservation planner along the way.
Yeah.
So,
Can I ask you a quick question? With your pillar, are you going to run structural support through the center of it to take the weight?
no, it will be adequate with it the way it is. Yeah,
Then questions, discussion, or I will make a motion to approve the application as presented at this time.
I'll second it.
Hey, Mary Ellen, all in favor? I keep up the good work.
Yeah.
I'm tired, you wanna come to one of my houses? My wife is a great cook.
And then you want to come in.
Thank you, Joel.
Right here too.
Thanks for-
And Binghamton, thanks you. for
Yeah.
keeping
Yeah,
us safe.
In that house, it's nice.
Okay, so do we have a representative of 15 Charles Street?
So they asked to table the project because their project depends on funding and currently funding is paused. So, and they also don't have a design at hand. Currently, I told them that the commission would like to see a design before they make
Yeah,
approval to see what it would look like on the building.
So if you reach out to them, if they can get us the design and we do pass it, and it's good for a year. And it would expedite them, if they get the funding, they could start right away rather than we've got the funding and they might be a couple months out.
Sure. Yeah, they have an artist, but again, not a finalized detail about the.
So
paintings.
I'm going to make a motion to table 15 Charles Street at this time, pending reapplication. Do I need a second for table? Let's grab one.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, 15 Charles is seconded. Number 8 Chestnut Street, do we have a representative from number 8?
We do not, I reached out to them,
Accessible by phone? or-
We're not.
so I
Okay, we're gonna make. a
did not
motion.
want to, yeah,
We're gonna make a
I
motion
would
to
rather
table.
them be here present and talk than like. on
We're
the
gonna
phone.
make a motion to table 8 Chestnut Street, if I could have a second.
Second,
One of them,
Brian's got.
all in favor, yeah, with Brian, okay.
Okay.
So 8 Chestnut is second, is tabled. 10 Moffett. Do we have a representative of 10 Moffett?
That would be us. Do you wanna?
Glad
talk
you're
about
here.
it? Or do you want me to? Anyway,
You can if you like.
okay. They're printed it. Ten Moffett is a property that the city acquired from the county a number of years ago as part of the city's RISE program. We successfully renovated, I think it was, two properties, a Park Ave property and a property on the west side. Both of those have been sold. This one had unknown inhabitants in it and not in the house, living in a trailer behind the house. And claimed that they were the property owner, the deed owner. And we then asked the county to help us to figure it out, resolve it, and basically nothing happened with that. So the city is now in possession of the property, and we always were. The
And they've
property
been,
has been vacated,
they've been removed.
from what we understand, yeah.
Yeah, the trailer still exists in the back. I couldn't get access to the property on the inside, it's boarded up and everything, and I didn't feel safe to go. I was advised to, if I really wanted to get inside, to go in the basement and go
Safety
up first.
first. We like you the way you are, man.
Yeah, so I wasn't really able to get interior pictures, but the trailer does exist in the back, so I
Yeah, some
can't really say
exterior
if somebody's living out of it at the moment or not.
They start knocking it down a little bit.
Right.
As he says with callous disregard.
I know, you opened it up. Okay. We'll give you 1 minute. Oh, I couldn't find it on there. Was it on Basecamp?
Yeah, I don't recall seeing a Moffett.
Yeah, no, I went to the, I went to the, our case files. and pulled it up. Yeah, right. So. I can pass it around town.
Are you logged into your account?
No, I can't remember my login. Do you want to log
Whose
into yours?
account is this?
It's Robert Duran.
Oh,
I don't know.
no,
if it's-
I don't wanna like, I wanna see if I can
Yeah.
access the case file.
We're just looking to demo the building, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You do need to
and,
see a picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I printed it. Did you?
I couldn't find it in here, but half of them were upside down and backwards and. And I have such a short attention span.
Okay. So we could not find information on the architect. The structure is in fairly poor.
Can you just send that out? real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, I got Mary on, send one.
Okay. So I've already passed it around.
Beautiful, yeah.
When we acquired the property, it was in marginal condition. But it had some unique characteristic traits to it. We were hoping that we could save it, repurpose it. Since then, there's been noted degradation to the roof. I don't believe there's any holes in the foundation. But we have never been able to access the interior of the building since it was purchased. From what we understand from the neighbors and from the tenant in the trailer, it was used, it's full of stuff. So it was hoarders again, apparently, and yeah, so we've never been able to clearly inspect the interior. Vacant property officer at the time, Jonathan, still he couldn't gain access to it and did his best to inspect it, and about 6 years ago.
I don't think I can pull it out, sorry.
So the city is looking for permission to demo, so we can put it into one of our new programs for development.
Will they be being very kind to pass with regard to the front porch doors and all that? Then I can't see an issue with it. I don't think anybody should really gain access, and if there's dead bodies in there, God bless them, that's where they're gonna stay.
Um,
Don't know.
so when they get access to it, I'll ask for Jonathan to do a walkthrough,
Yeah, if you could get some
Beforehand.
pictures, but
and if there's items in there.
fireplace man or some
Yeah.
windows. to the house.
Right. Then we'll flag them to be safe for pass, even if we think that they might have value, we'll just have.
Yeah.
And then we'll have pass. Okay.
I'm going to make a motion to declare the Caud lead agency.
Second,
Thank you, all in favor? And I'm gonna make a motion to declare it an unlisted action.
second,
Thank you, all in favor? Thank you, and Mary Ellen, I think you're on.
And look. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulation? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public-private water supplies, public-private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? Example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, and fauna? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage issues? No. Therefore, I make a motion to declare a negative declaration.
I seconded, all in favor? Anybody want to take over for Dan, he was conspicuously absent? We did
Is
little-
this the one?
That's the one.
okay, I'll just
Thank you.
read verbatim.
He's repeating.
Read verbatim.
From, will the proposed action, or you already did that, just in part 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's part.
Determination of significance. For every question in part 2 that answered moderate to large impact may occur, or if there is a need to explain why a particular element of the proposed action may or will not result in a significant adverse environmental impact, please complete part 3. Part 3 should, in sufficient detail, identify the impact, including keep reading or not?
You gonna read the whole?
Okay, gotcha.
That little
Yeah.
Shaded area. We can-
Gotcha. Or design element impact, including any measure or design element that have been included by the project sponsor to avoid or reduce impacts. Part 3 should also explain how the lead agency determined that the impact may or will not be significant. Each potential impact should be assessed considering its setting, probability of occurring, duration, reversibility, geographic scope, and magnitude. Also consider the potential for short-term, long-term, and cumulative impacts.
So, yeah, usually Dan like reads this
Mhm.
for if it's a demolition, like determination of significance, so we gotta, I think, how to work this, so.
Who wrote this?
That's
It's
from
the
the,
state.
Okay, interesting, because they don't like may or may not. The way you would normally speak.
State is normal.
That's called state form speak.
That's a safe form speak,
Not
okay.
even close.
So from compatibility with historic guidelines.
Yeah.
The City of Binghamton Historic Design Guidelines provide the following recommendations that address demolitions. Do not demolish historic structures that have historic or architectural significance within the city of Binghamton. Do not demolish a building that contributes to the historic setting and character of a district. Do not demolish a building that contains historic building materials or evidence of historic craftsmanship that would be difficult or impossible to replicate or reproduce. Do not demolish a building that is a rare example of its type, style, period of construction, or historic associations. A building should not be demolished without definitive plans for the reuse of the property. The reuse of the property should never be a parking lot, which would generally have a negative impact on the overall character of a street. Do not demolish a building when reasonable efforts can be made to maintain structural integrity. If a historic building is active and is earning a reasonable economic return, it is not appropriate to demolish the building, even if the return is not deemed to be the highest and best use.
Make a motion of no historical significance.
I motion.
I second what he just said.
I second what he
All in
just said.
favor?
Yeah.
Here, okay, tear down your golden city.
Okay.
I can, if you don't mind, I'd like to add a few things about it.
Please.
The property never had active utilities. There was no electric, no gas. They had electricity running from the neighbor's house into the trailer. there was no active water or sewer. So it's been deemed vacant for approximately 10 years. The intended use after demolition is for the Black by Black program and perhaps another, is an infill development of single family homes for low moderate income individuals. There are a number of other programs that are becoming available. It's the Move New York, which would be prefab single family homes. Installation is quicker. That's the intended use of it.
And this encompasses the removal of the trailer.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Good riddance.
We're taking bids.
Any old business that we have to go over?
Did we go over the Senego Street Bridge?
We did.
Yep,
Oh, those
yeah,
old-
we went first with that. They
Okay.
asked,
That fast?
yeah, so that, I could give you an update on where we stand in terms of a new hire. We've had a number of applicants, the majority of them were excellent city planners, but had no historic preservation experience or exposure or coursework. So we have one applicant from Cornell who will be graduating May with her master's degree. And came highly recommended, so Tito and I informally met with her, and we've offered her a part-time clerk position until she graduates. And then everything goes well, we'll offer her the position. So she won't be able to start until end of, she said December 20th would be the earliest she can begin. So we won't have her for November or December, but then she'll be working with us, and she has a lot of local experience. She ran the Design Connect program, which is the program that resulted in the recreational trail plan at Ross Park. And she's volunteered in a number of local as well as, I don't think, she's from San Francisco, but she's been in Ithaca, so her experience has all been with upstate New York historic preservation. And she has a bachelor's degree in women's study, and I can't remember what the other part of it is, and she has worked with housing agencies. So it's an interesting combination. Yeah. Right. And she seemed very nice, and she reminded me an awful lot of Sean. Just extremely interested and very driven in historic preservation. Yeah. So that's where we stand with that. And I left everything upstairs. So were there minutes to review? 'Cause we did.
No, I think I went back to the special meeting and Dylan said something about approving the minutes from previous month to that meeting, but that they were not ready or something. And the reason why, like, I do not wanna use the phone to call applicants is because at the special meeting, I was reviewing, getting the minutes ready for this meeting. I couldn't hear like what the person on the phone was saying, so I couldn't actually do the minutes to, so that it's a little bit different. It's like you can hear in the meeting, but then in the recording, it's like harder to like listen to. To
And
go back to.
that was something we'd agreed to during COVID, having people call in. And we really should have stopped it earlier, because it does make it hard to hear.
Do we need
So we're gonna
to
go back
vote
to-
to suspend the phone-ins? I would make
Yeah.
a motion to suspend phone-ins if the applicants are not present for their review, it should be taken.
Second,
Second, yeah, well, I'll second.
yeah, I
We
think
can
we're all,
take it on a case by case if it's an out of state individual.
Well, if they're doing something here, they should have somebody. here
Yeah,
working.
you can have a representative, okay?
Yeah, they're gonna apply.
They should have somebody here.
Your representative.
Okay,
Hemingway House, Walnut Street, and after another section of the wall is dropped or been dismantled.
oh, this looks like the chestnut applicant.
cool.
Hi,
Hey, come on in.
hello.
hi.
Have a seat.
Yeah,
Advance and be recognized.
we haven't closed the meeting.
Nope, we didn't
Alright.
close it, right?
No,
Yeah.
not closed. We're still going.
My actually now it's 1 o'clock as well. I will
You're fine.
whatever the
You're
emails.
here. You're good.
Yeah,
It's okay.
thank you.
Your name for the record, sir.
My name is Mina Atia.
Glad you're here.
So
And you are the owner of?
8 Chestnut Street,
Okay.
Binghamton, New York.
So we are going to open the meeting to review the application for 8 Chestnut Street for window replacements. You have the floor.
Yeah, I actually, I'm not, like, to be honest, I own the house since 2018, and as far as my knowledge, the house itself is not historical. So
It is a
I
local
thought
landmark.
that, yeah, I thought it might be like, okay, to replace the window, because my windows, like, my old windows like, has no efficiency at all, like in the winter it was like. It's shooting like rockets inside the house, air rockets, and then I decided to change one, I was planning to change the other one, but then it ended up like. They say no, they cannot replace it yourself as is, because area technically it's like a historical area, and this, I wasn't aware of this too, but now I know. And that's all,
What company have you retained to do the work?
I did myself.
Oh, you do it yourself? Okay.
Yes.
And you've had experience with this, sir?
How many windows are you proposing?
It's 2 windows, it's technically the house, as you see, it's duplicate house, like which is 8 and 8.5. And the 2 front windows down there, as you see it, this is the 2 front windows that has. I have a picture to my phone, I sent a picture to Miss, I believe, Juliet. Oh, thank you, nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Did you get the pictures? Because
I downloaded them into the case file. Did I?
I'm not sure, because
Mr.
I went out
Bill-
to the property to take pictures because.
Yeah, I know, here, she
Take
tried.
pictures, so
I hear
that's the
that.
best I can do without accessing the actual property.
That's the
They were
existing,
PDF.
ones, correct?
No, this is for the attic, I'm talking about the
So-
2 in the bottom,
No.
the 2, like the
Do
2
you
by
have
the
that picture on your
porches.
phone? We can just get that real yes.
You need the old one or the new one I put?
I only got like the pictures of the,
Okay.
like what the windows, like the.
Yeah,
Bear with me a little
It's
bit.
on, that's on base
Pictures.
camera.
Oh, actually, it's here.
But-
So this is the old one. This is
So can you just pass on, so we
oh,
have,
sure.
They didn't.
This is the old window right here.
that will let it. that's the window.
Yeah.
Yes, that's technically, yeah,
I was
that's.
going to take,
The upper part and the lower part, entire thing. and-
I actually, I make it customized, I didn't play with the opening. I technically, I take a measurement and I went to Home Depot, customize it for me.
But the fancy part of the window
And
was
then
that removed?
here,
Yes,
the front is like.
to be honest with you, but just for one
To
side.
be honest.
So I'm assuming.
I'm not that type of
That's
person.
not an
you know.
negotiation.
No, I understand.
Then.
That's the one, I'm gonna show it to you right now.
Yeah, there's a picture here.
The new one I have is totally like efficiency windows.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't have like.
Not,
we were
this is the one I
asking for the
proposed
pictures, so,
for,
Like,
like to replace the one I
what-
have it now.
because
Better than if you
obviously we
slide.
can't
What did you
really
request?
access the property, so like.
I can show it to you.
Okay, so.
No, I don't
Then-
got these. So these
Yeah,
are
we
the
didn't get
windows.
those pictures.
Is this the window that's being replaced?
That's been replaced.
This is the one, no, this is one on the side of the house is still there. This other side, this one has been already replaced.
Okay, so is this one going to be replaced?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, there's gonna 2 of them, because this is the same one, I have to put like, like the shrink. Wrap around it on the winter, because it's like, you cannot even sit there like 2 seconds.
So then we wanna see what he put in
Where
place.
did you, where was that picture?
Oh, now, show us. what you
No,
put
no,
in.
that's his cell phone.
Oh. I thought it
He
was
just
where-
he just handed me his cell, or he's been passing it.
Those-
to the guy.
It's saying
Those
that,
pictures I didn't get,
yeah.
So technically, this is only,
but the.
That's what
this is the one right now there, on one side of the
I
house.
have.
That's the new
yeah,
place.
then
This
you
is the
wanna
new
pull up these.
No, this is not, this is the one I did it before I know about all the
Oh,
historical
oh,
stuff, and Mr.
right.
Dillon come and talk to me about all that stuff
Oh.
before he.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to go to these?
Well, it's not in a good condition, but
Yeah.
this is Jeff.
You have.
What did you say with
Base
those?
Yeah.
I still have it,
Oh,
I still
oh,
have
I thought
the top part and the bottom bar.
The Preservation Association is always actively interested in.
It's not, this.
salvaging artifacts. For other people that want to do restoration.
Oh, I understand your point.
They would
I
like the
still have
window,
it.
is what he's saying.
I'm
If you
sorry?
still have it, they would like the window.
Yeah, I still. I
Okay,
still
you
have-
got it, you understand, yeah.
This- I almost got rid of it, honestly, but thank
Cause they'll
God.
use it in a different house for historical preservation. They can still use it.
Yeah, I'm also aware of this, because
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Dillon, when he talked to me, when he come and give me the application and he explained everything to me about the historical and all that stuff, so I'm aware of this now, so I keep that, even the second one, once I replace it too, I will.
Yeah.
Like what?
like
And
donated.
speak to John, I don't know how to contact past.
Yeah, sure, I
Yeah.
can even take a
Take
phone
the
number
number.
or.
Let's go back to that list.
We'll pass it back, of course, and yeah, not.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And you have more pictures in the bottom?
I only have two, well, I wasn't provided any pictures, so I had to get some for the staff report.
I just wanted, so are those windows
I
being
just put
replaced?
no.
I just wanna
No,
be
these
clear.
two, no,
So it's just the ones on the.
yeah, just the only
lower-
two, the one facing the like by the porch.
Yeah.
This one later on for sure, and I'm gonna go another application,
Okay.
yeah, but this, I'm not honestly like
Okay.
prepared
so-
for this for now.
Okay.
okay.
Cause this is an attic, and anyway, the attic is totally empty, like no one
So the second story?
up there.
window?
No, we're the first floor porch window.
I see one, but I don't see the other one. Is that? over
There are
there?
carbon copies on each side.
They're saying like it's not.
I think I have a picture I'm gonna show it to you here. To
Will
show
you-
that both sides together.
Will you forward those pictures of the windows to us? Cause I didn't receive those.
The only
That's why I
things we received in the
emailed you,
first.
I thought I bothered, push it more, I really apologize, but I emailed you a couple emails, like, did you get my emails, did you have everything, but I have no response.
This is all we received in the email, like these pictures
Yeah,
of like
that's all we
description of
got.
like what the windows would potentially look like.
Mhm.
Not of the actual windows that you're showing to us right now.
Right, and we had asked
Oh.
for.
I
pictures.
actually sent like 3 emails, cause that,
Yeah.
like, I know that the side of the image itself, it's not gonna be like.
Nope.
Push it for one email, like.
Mhm.
10 pictures itself, so I divided by 3 emails and I sent it, I have the emails here too.
Well, if you don't mind just sending the actual pictures of the windows. 'cause
Yeah, sure, I'll do it right now.
That'd be great.
Did you get a chance to see the picture? Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm just I'm just trying to get the.
Pay attention, I'd be welcome. So while he's looking, I'm just gonna make a comment. From my perception of what's happened, that he has taken out one historic window and replaced it with a split, which is not acceptable. Under the guidelines is interpreted. He has not replaced the second window. A couple of the shots, such as the one from the Juliet that you have, I believe would be an acceptable replacement for that. However, we would also require the first window to be replaced in kind. And I'm just talking before we get to voting. Such discussions, questions, comments. The guidelines are pretty specific for what we have to do.
And this is all because you're in the Able Bennett track.
I'm so sorry.
This is because you're in that Able Bennett track, that's why.
And-
Yeah,
They're
now,
very specific.
I understand that, now I, again, as I said, I wasn't aware of all this what I'm going through, but.
And it's also a local landmark.
Which is.
You wanna- Okay.
That,
There's no way that it could be winterized? The existing window can't be winterized in any way?
The one I had, the one like the original one, you mean, I was there?
Mhm.
I tried because it's like, you know, as you know, it's like now the house is 97 years old, there is no like an installation around it as a new windows, and plus the glass itself is not efficiency at all. The glass is not broken, but it's totally, you can feel the air like shooting through it. So this is the only reason make me replace it.
and there's no storm window in place or. And covering.
Even the one in 8.5, it's have a storming window and it didn't do anything.
Okay.
It's the same, like, I tried too, like, I was like, okay, instead of like, I spend tons of money and time and all this to replace one window. How about if I see like a storm window, but it didn't do anything, because I already have it on my side. The picture I have right now, can I show it to you? It's not,
We're pretty
Then you can
informal.
probably hit the forward button on the phone and plug in
Yeah.
your email right
it's
to it.
not. Like, it's not showing, like, this is technically, this is the one, for this is side 8.5, when you're facing the house, left side is 8.5 and the right side is 8.
Okay. So this is when you haven't replaced it.
No, this one have a replaced, yeah, this is the one have been already replaced.
Alright, can you forward those to either me or Talon?
Yeah, sure, I have your email, but I don't have his,
Okay.
like, I don't know,
So
you can
you
give me
just
that,
email
I
to-
can put 2 emails and
Yeah, I'll just forward it to him.
Okay.
But thank you.
You wanna do it right now?
I will do it right now, very
While we're
quick,
sitting-
because I
What's
already,
your email?
You have my.
I already gonna go to the send,
Is it-
I
you
have,
don't
because
wanna-
I already sent it, but
Oh,
I
it's
don't know why it's
J.M.
not going through.
Burley,
Okay,
Binghamton.
let's just make sure he throws it in before he leaves, that's
No,
all
I
I'm
was-
saying while we're sitting here.
I almost gave you my university email.
Okay.
City of
I
Binghamton.
was just worried if you didn't, yeah,
Oh, yeah, no.
public record.
Yeah, okay.
I know, but we're sitting right here. I frequently tell people when I'm on the phone with them and I'm saving their number
Oh.
into it. Tell me your phone number. They're like, we're on the phone together. I'm like, I can't see it because the screen I'm looking at
Right,
is the one. So rather than going to another website to find,
So this is
Yeah,
my
with this-
sent already,
Mhm.
so if you go there, this is which is September 4.
Mhm.
I think this is the first one I send it to you, which you have it in there.
Mm.
And then second, I sent this one.
we'll just send one now.
Yeah, I
While we're
was.
sitting here, who cares what was sent before? If you didn't get it while we're sitting here.
They're going to-
see, I was, since we just kept getting those.
Yeah,
Stuff coming.
I just-
Don't think they didn't have.
I go through spam 2-3 times a day, boom, 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 okay, I need
I
this.
just-
oh, here we go, this is the second one I sent it to you, which I fill up the area here.
Okay,
And then you have this one and this one, so you didn't get this one.
okay. So would you just forward that?
Yeah, I will do
I'm
it right
sorry.
now. No, you're.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leave. So are you okay finishing up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he has the suggestions with those, sorry.
The folder.
I have
the
the, this is
decision
the
letters
form
for-
I submitted.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
this is the one I already suggested,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
because I went to other places, a lot of people tell me, oh, we're not doing anymore, some people like, oh, you're gonna wait like, certain like way long.
So we're happy with this?
I think this goes.
That fits the building.
Okay.
If you talk with your neighbors at number 2 Chestnut Street,
Two,
that's the very first house on your.
this Andy,
I don't know.
Thanks.
There's a big
Yes.
brick house on the corner with the doors, and there's a little, I think it's tan with some half timbering. They just had.
because I have only Andy in my side, Andy and then Nate. I'm 8, so Nate should be 6, and then Andy it should be
So your
4.
here should be down, should be.
Because the street,
that-
oh, okay,
So
this is Andy,
Okay.
and this is
You
Nate,
speak
and this
with
Nate.
They just did and were totally approved for all their windows.
Okay,
And they have like the best company going that is going to manufacture a compliant window that is insulated and weatherproof
mhm,
as compared to say going to Home Depot and getting a vinyl window, which is A, not acceptable and a piece of garbage. It's not gonna last very long and it's kind of waste your money. You're gonna end up having to remove the window you put in to put.
I understand that too,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So then you're gonna have to come back. When you have the actual window and specifications for us to
Okay,
approve, okay,
so
we
this
are
is before I install it.
correct.
Okay,
So I'm gonna make a motion to approve the application. With the understanding that the previously unauthorized window that's been installed will be removed. To install a window. Conforming to the diagram of A1. That the applicant has provided for us.
Yeah.
would you mind if I take a picture? of
No,
this
no.
very quick?
Please.
Because I don't, because I provided 4 of them.
And for both 8 and 8.5, that's correct. Front porch replacement window, with the understanding that he has to submit the window specifications and manufacturers specs to us for approval. Second. So,
A second.
thank you, all in favor. Cool, okay.
Right, thank you, good.
What is your accent?
Originally I'm from Egypt.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
It's nice.
okay.
It's very nice. I like. I like that. Thank you, sir. We're gonna
Thank you,
streamline
sir.
as best we can. We just have to have it look like it did and talk with Andy. You're getting a better window.
So, because this was my next
that the
question
house
to you,
we
if
just
I talk to
approved?
Andy and just
No,
basically
no,
I
you
can
approved
afford
it
the
too.
price of the company.
You approved this
I
one
just want like,
Before, but you have to come back with.
yeah, that's
I
what I'm saying.
remember
So before I order
family
these,
came in.
I just have to Yeah,
They
but-
need
young
to get
kids
the
and
specs
stuff.
To us.
Is that right? Is that
By
the one we?
administrator.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Just
a couple
months
ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it gets cold.
Right.
Right. Kids.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. When I went visited it, I mean,
I
I
understand, I'm
don't
trying, but
didn't
was the
like
financial.
because it's from like maybe the windows and like the, you know, history, I guess, in that aspect, but. It's just like one of the houses. Like modern.
Yeah.
Like if you were to
Right there.
Oh,
like.
Yeah, there's Joel's.
What am I seeing?
That's a nice
when you
porch.
turn
Yeah.
to the other house? What am I seeing?
And
Go to
he-
the right or whatever. What is that blue?
That's a decent.
Really?
No, maybe not that one.
Yeah,
Keep going.
that's,
Keep
get
turning.
And it's.
Yeah, I think it's.
Right now,
You can always call me.
Over there, what is all that blue?
Preservation.
Yeah, that's the recycling.
No, but also they, what, they painted one.
Was they.
Who does that?
Oh, that's
They
actually
painted
Put
one.
this up on the roof.
But I'm not gonna do this until like.
Yeah, you're right.
finalize the
I- I-
everything.
Does it look like
Yeah,
that?
just curiosity, so
He's-
after like,
I
I
think
got
it's
the
like a-
certification for the windows and everything.
So they only painted three.
I,
That's good.
after I get it from you and then I can order it, I can order it.
My buddy
install
your
it.
age,
So isn't that weird?
bought a house on Chestnut across from Seton.
Oh,
Yeah, but the idea is by the
Why
time
you
this
buy
gonna
the-
happen,
Okay.
maybe like,
And,
gonna be
He
one
has
for
it
the
on
stars.
the outside of it, but the inside,
It's-
it's like.
Oh, yeah, that's,
all the
I'm going,
walls,
I'm going
ceilings,
actually
it's
to get the
incredible.
Robin.
You know,
Administrator.
I'm gonna talk to the people
Okay.
next door to me,
And
because
have a
we're
decision
able
for
then,
you.
they might be doing.
Serious rather than having to go through an entire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's
I-
actually
I'll-
You have that ability to do that.
Let's put it.
Okay.
that way.
Try to be as helpful as possible.
I really appreciate that. So once I get the
All right.
order info.
We good?
Yeah, I think we'll have to come back.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, now I know.
Are we ready to adjourn?
Now
Ready to adjourn?
I'm getting ready. I just had to
Okay.
check.
I know I'm not gonna do mistakes twice for
Cool.
sure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other old business, new business?
I don't think so. I'm
Do we
just
have-
like, I'm trying my best to like gather stuff. It's like, these are the cases that I kinda
You're doing
more
fine.
just dropped in the
You're
bucket
doing
for my
fine.
grandchildren,
We're
so
on your side.
yeah,
What
I'm
is
not
the-
like a I don't have a historical background or anything like that.
What is the
so-
date of our next meeting?
It would be
That doesn't need historical background.
November. Let's see.
We're also the most.
November 4th?
Yep,
But we'll
November
have to
4th.
get you for
Election day.
Going to construction. Yeah.
Well, we will let you know.
Okay. Next
It's
meeting,
November
Oh,
4,
November
but it's
4.
election day, so
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
that may or may not change things.
For the
you
permit,
guys are not.
after this,
What's that?
get the permit.
No, you
after-
guys are open.
Yeah, we're open, yeah.
Go upstairs, to the fourth floor to go to construction and make an application for the permit. Pending our.
Okay,
You can do that.
so what, how long does permit like
Lasts
last?
for 1 year and our decision lasts for 1 year.
For 1 year? Okay, that's perfect. All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good one,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Yeah, no, why is it blue here? What's that? Did someone paint?
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Section. So weird. but
All
yeah.
in favor, we're out of here. Thank
You
you.
agree with me? That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
July?
Sometime in November.
Okay.
I miss a
November
note that
4th.
we were gonna be in here?
No.
There
Yeah.
was one this
I got
morning because.
Oh, I didn't say, okay.
It's because that freaking nice.
Is that what the public
That's
hearing
what's
was?
going
I
on.
walked in, she's like, what do you, I said, I'm here for couch, she's like, oh, this is something else. What are you, I'm looking at, I'm like, wait a minute, it's Tuesday, it's the 7th, what am I?
It's
doing?
Tuesday.
I thought I was losing my mind.
No,
Okay, thanks.
That's the nice.
All of us say my life.